The Fairly Odd Parents Channel Chasers might be one of the best things I've ever seen, and I feel like that's only a slight exaggeration. This is phenomenal. It is nostalgic in so many ways. It's so creative. And while I assume I don't remember every single episode of Fairly Odd Parents that I've ever seen, this is my favourite Fairly Odd Parents experience by far. This is actually a feature film that was released in 2004. It's also part of the fourth series, and Timmy is grounded and not allowed to watch television. So to get away from Vicky and also to be able to watch television, he wishes for a magic remote and enters the television. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. I should probably explain very loosely, if you're not familiar with Fairly Odd Parents, what it's about. It's about a boy with two goldfish who are actually his fairy godparents, and they grant wishes. So he wishes for a magical TV remote. He goes into the television and joins the cast of different shows. I won't spoil it, because part of the fun for me, and there are so many of them, part of the fun for me was wondering what TV show, what nostalgic animated TV show he would become part of next. At the very end, with a spoiler warning, I'll name some of my highlights, because there were some that I absolutely loved. As a big fan of animation, as a big fan of nostalgia, it just made me so happy as a concept. And then he decides to run away to television permanently so that he never has to grow up and never has to lose his godparents. But what will happen? Will he remain in television land? I'm not going to say, of course, but it is an amazing concept. The pacing is brilliant. It's a fabulous story. The animation is great. We get to see different animation styles, of course, because of the different TV shows, but it's not jarring. Even though the styles do look different here and there, it doesn't look bad. There are times when an animation will utilize a different animation style if they're telling a story within a story, and I often find that that new animation style just doesn't look good. There are exceptions, of course, and this is one of the exceptions. It just looks absolutely fantastic, and we have a whole variety of cartoon worlds. We have some interesting dialogue about age and growing up and adults versus children, which is definitely really important for the target audience. Great voice acting, of course. We have a voice cast including Tara Strong, Daran, Norris, Susanne Blakeslee, DeLisle, Carlos Alazraqui, I apologise if I mispronounced that, Jason Marsden, and various others. And the music is great as well. Everything about this is fabulous. It's directed by quite a few people, including Butch Hartman and Gary Conrad, Sarah Frost, and Ken Bruce, written by Steve Marmel and Butch Hartman. It's fabulous. Easily, based on the ones that I can remember, my favourite Fairly Odd Parents story or episode or film. It is just tremendous. And I will now mention, with a spoiler warning, some of the cartoon worlds Timmy Turner explores. These are my personal highlights, but there are many, many others. So we have Rugrats, The Jetsons, Peanuts, Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Blue's Clues, which I hadn't expected, and The Simpsons. Absolutely incredible. And there are many, many more. And I'm so impressed that they didn't just do a couple, they did many. And it just made my heart so, so happy. If you're a fan of nostalgia, if you like nostalgic animations, even if you haven't seen Fairly Odd Parents before, I'd say give this a watch. You can definitely start here. You don't really need any background knowledge. You just basically need to know that Timmy Turner is a boy with some magical goldfish, and Vicky tries to get him into trouble, his babysitter, and then his parents ground him, so he runs away to the magical world of television. That's basically all you need to know. It's easy to follow, even if you're brand new to the Fairly Odd Parents, and if you are a fan of nostalgic animations and ones that take you straight back to your childhood, then without doubt, the Fairly Odd Parents Channel Chasers is definitely worth watching.